What's up guys, my name is Jesse, and today I'm doing a video showcasing my sim rig. Now, the wheel I'm using, the chair I'm using is just like a stand office chair, and when you hit with a drumstick, sounds a bit like the bass and snare from Ode to Sleep from by 200 Pilots. If you know, you know. My wheel is a T150. I put this with yellow duct tape as long as fixing my sim chair. If you're wondering why this is like this, is because this motor unfortunately has burned out on me, which is really annoying. Also, heads up, this video is not going to be all too much edited because I just want to get this done. Well, what's got the wasn't is still in the oven. Now, this is a T150 obviously. The grips are really worn. Sometimes this paddle shifter won't shift properly. Don't have the THA yet. I plan on getting it. This is a very good wheel, and then they get the T3PAs, no Conco brake mod unfortunately. I did order the rubber stop and over eBay for $20. Came with this. Came with one butt plug, nut, and a washer. No mounting bracket. So that's really annoying. I just made that joke. Yeah, it's really annoying, so I don't have a rubber stop for the brake, which is one of the reasons why I bought this, one of the reasons why I went to search for a T3PA and T150. Now, as you can see, my stand is a GT Omega. Very good stand. I am 6'1", and I feel very comfortable on it with the current setting I have. I originally just put it like all the way up just because of, well, I'm a tall boy. So I thought, this thing would have been kind of bad for like the medium height, but if you're the size of Chewbacca, which is off head is like he's like 7'1", was that's the soul. This stand should be very good. If you're wondering why these are here, it's because my DFP down there, which I will occasionally hook up just to play some PS2 games and Championship Edition 06. I just play those games and to do a test. Those that I have down there, and the reason I have these on here is because the one clamp on the DFP broke. So that way I can still use it, which is honestly a very decent wheel. It's good it was good at the time, and it's meh at best now. It's kind of like the racing equivalent of a TD10 if you're into drumming. It's good, but it's quite dated at the same time. The technology is quite dated. Very sluggish force feedback and very heavy. Force feedback on this is very good. Now that the motor's burned out, it's a lot more sluggish, but it's still better than this. This is quite good. I do like it. With GT6 it works fantastically. With Grid, it feels like it's an arcade game, but that makes sense because, well, Grid is more of a simcade sort of game. And, what else? Oh, just standard gloves I just use like standard gloves. I cut the fingertips off so my fingers don't sweat as much. I just have like those sort of gloves for when my hands become sweaty boys. And this is not very good in terms of wear. Yeah. I have taken this thing apart, and I sent a video to Jimmy Broadbent's Discord, and a lot of the guys who were nerds there said that my motor burned out because I put it right next to a heater, like a dumbass, because I kind of am one. Something that you would probably need is screwdriver sets, in case you feel like taking that thing apart, because if you do, screwdriver sets would come in handy, both stuff like that, and stuff like this. Trust me when I tell you, you will not regret buying like a interchangeable screwdriver set and one of those. The pedals are pretty good. The clutch feels pretty good. I haven't really used it all that much, but I like pretend to, essentially. The clutch is pretty good. It's like a very springy, if that makes sense. A springy spring, if that makes any sense. The brake feels really good. It feels like you're squishing something, kind of. I mean, guess you can't with all the grease down there, but gas pedal's fine. It's better than the DFP's pedals. Because the DFP uses like a torque spring, and these are just like standard springs. You can upgrade the spring on that, because I know I have a bag of Nerf gun springs somewhere. God knows where, but I know I do. I have a bag of those somewhere, and I've tried to upgrade it like that, but if I could definitely do that, but I would need to, if I cut it and I kind of want to do that, no. I might actually do that, just because, well, I want to upgrade that pedal, because I want like I want a progressive brake, because that's something I really want to mess about with, because that's intriguing to me. So yeah, short video, like 5 minutes long, just talking about my sim rig and my gear, and almost like not really reviews, but like it's like sort of like a thoughts video, sort of on my rig in general. And yeah, my main sim probably would be like Gran Turismo 6, just like a really good solid bang for your buck sim. If you're a NASCAR fan, NASCAR 14, I know NASCAR 11, not NASCAR 11, Inside Line, those games do not work well with Thrustmaster wheels. They were basically built for the Logitech wheels, which is kind of annoying because Logitech is overpriced and outdated. I mean, come on, G29 is horrible. It's not horrible, but it's not enough of an upgrade from the G27 in my opinion. I haven't really felt the G27, but not getting off topic. I'm really bad at these videos. I don't really think there's anything more. I don't have like any fancy, do we have any like fancy, sim racing boots? Unfortunately. I mean, I don't really need them, just the shoes work, I guess. But yeah, I'm gonna call it a day for this video. I'm gonna call it a video, and this is me, the rest of the day I'm slowly coding away.